This is Sun Porch Productions, episode 2 of Horror Virgin. Is that what it's called? Slasher Virgin?
This one really isn't a slasher.
It's not really a slasher, it's just a horror movie.
Yeah.
What are we watching today, Jacob?
We're watching Sinister. Now, have either of you guys seen this movie?
I haven't even heard of this movie.
Should we do our names again? I'm Maddie.
I'm Ben.
No, I have not seen this movie.
Jacob. I'm the guy that did the intro. I'm here now. So
The messiest intro ever.
I thought it was pretty good. It's casual. It's the kind of vibe we're trying to set up.
I just smacked the shit out of
So
it.
Sinister.
Sinister.
It's in the same family, I would say, as
Insidious?
as Insidious. Yeah, it's a similar time in horror movies.
When did this come out?
2012.
2012. Oh, that's recent.
Yeah,
So
it's
this is gonna
2012.
scare the shit out of me.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
This
It's
one,
pretty good. It's the one with the Bagul. You've heard jokes and other shit
Oh,
about the Bagul.
who?
It was recent. It was today.
Donkey,
Yeah,
yes.
Donkey.
Donkey thinks
Donkey
about the
talked
Bagul.
about the Bagul. So it's true crime writer is writing a book about some murder, and then a bunch of ghostly stuff happens.
Oh, great.
So
Fantastic.
you gotta be ready for the ghostly stuff.
Oof.
The Bagul is a known spookster.
Is a no.
So he's out. He's been spooking since the mid ages or something. And you gotta watch out for that.
Wait,
guy.
is this a character that goes beyond this movie, or is
Oh
this
yeah.
invented by
It's
this
the
movie?
Bagul.
it's the Bagul.
So this.
It's the Bagul, Ben.
All right. So this movie didn't invent the Bagul.
No, I'm
No.
pretty sure it did.
Oh, it did. Okay.
Just
I
kidding.
think it did. Yeah, it's a fictional character from Sinister and Sinister 2. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm pretty sure they invented
Oh, there's a
it.
sequel. to this.
But they invent it's dog shit. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, but they invented it for the movie. But they act like it exists, like it's a folklore thing that no one knows about. I don't know.
Okay.
You'll see. I don't want to give too much
How
away.
long is this one?
It's not long. It's a horror movie. It is.
Is that a trend? Are horror movies shorter than?
It's an hour and 50 minutes.
Imagine sitting through a 3-hour horror movie, Ben.
Well, that's why. I wanted
to.
to watch it, but then I was thinking that's way too long. We're
Well,
not
there's
gonna sit
two
through-
parts.
It's 2 parts. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
It's
two
like a
movies. No,
miniseries.
yeah, there's
It's a
two. It's like Kill
miniseries.
Bill.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
We'll do it soon.
I want to do it. That's the best one. But
Oh, the second one's coming out soon.
yeah, the second
Second
new one.
one,
Did you
yeah.
see
the
the new one?
reboots? I did not see
You
it.
should see the reboot. That's good.
The
Makes
reboot's
the
very
original
good.
better.
It had the Stranger Things kid, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it did.
the funny one. He was hilarious in it. He was so funny.
Who else was in that movie? Skarsgård was in that movie, wasn't he? Maybe.
Yeah, he played.
Played it.
Yeah, he
right?
played it.
It was
Skarsgård. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did a great job.
Yeah. All right. Well, what are we watching again? What's the movie? Some scary words.
Sinister.
Sinister. There you go.
Sinister.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna go watch this
We're gonna
movie.
go watch this movie. It's got a 6.8 on IMDb.
What did it get on Rotten Tomatoes?
It doesn't come up.
Oh God, that's just gonna ruin the movie if I know the score.
Why?
The Rotten Tomatoes score.
But no, Rotten Tomatoes doesn't ever know what they're talking about.
I don't know.
It's never been
My
right.
cousin swears by it.
63%.
They gave the Emoji Movie a 0.
61% of audiences liked it.
Yeah, 1.0, which is absolute bullshit. It should be at least 99.
It was not.
It
I
was
heard it
pretty-
was not as bad.
It wasn't as bad as I was expecting
everyone
it to
was
be.
saying it was.
I was like, this is an emoji movie, and there's kind of a plot. So okay.
Yeah.
There's a plot. I've never
I
seen.
mean, I think it would just be. It's
I had
just
to watch
Wreck-It
it
Ralph,
with
isn't it?
the summer camp I was working at. I
Oh,
watched it.
ugh.
It's a little like
Wasn't
Wreck-It
like Wreck-It
Ralph.
Ralph?
Wreck-It Ralph. Like they're trying to break out of the world they live
Well,
in.
Wreck-It Ralph's actually good though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was
It
like
was
worse.
really good. Let's
Wreck-It
just
Ralph.
watch that and have a happy time.
No.
Fuck you, though.
No. We're watching Guinness Birth.
So why did you choose this for our second? Since you're the only one.
I feel like it's just a straight up well-made movie, and it's a little bit faster paced with the
Okay.
thriller kind of we're gonna spook you thing more than what Halloween was.
Halloween was.
It's 2012. That one was pretty old, so we weren't getting where we're at
Yeah.
now as far as horror movies go. And I think
Okay, so we're just doing a little modern switch.
a little modern switch up. See if you like that more.
Okay.
Like the modern ones more.
I mean, I enjoyed Halloween. I wasn't fucking terrified by it.
Well, yeah.
So.
I mean, you're also, again, like I said, a
You're a
grown-ass
grown-ass
man.
So you shouldn't be, but
Yeah. All right. Well, here we go.
that's it.
That's
That's
it.
it.
That's
Oh
it.
wait, no expectations. Don't do we do expectations?
Yeah, we did do expectations last time, but I feel like you guys don't really have any
I
expectations.
have
going
zero
into this movie.
expectations. Matt,
Yeah.
how much do you know about this movie?
I think I remember seeing like the trailers when I was like.
You want to watch the
14.
trailer?
No.
Nah.
No.
Let's go in blind. Let's go in
Yeah.
blind.
Let's go in blind.
Are we gonna go in blind?
We're
I mean,
going-
I'm not.
We're going in
No,
blind.
what?
fellas.
Where do you?
Where do I put
rank
it?
this on a 1 to 10?
1 to 10?
Horror realm.
In the horror
In the
realm.
horror realm. Let's not rank these as movies.
It's like a
Horror
7.
movies. Okay.
It's like a
That's
7.
solid.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like a masterpiece, but it's just like this is solid
Did you see
horror
this
movie.
in theaters?
Did I?
Yeah.
I think I did.
Okay.
I don't remember.
All right.
I mean, I think I've seen it a couple times,
Okay.
but like,
All right. Well,
let's do it.
upon that, we will go watch it and we'll be back.
Let's go watch it, and then when we get back, Ben Fox is gonna tell us all about how much he hates this movie.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Let's do it.
Peace.
Booty lap 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 lip blue scotty yap scap scap scoop scap scoop scap scoop la lulu scap scap. That's enough.
What was the jingle?
All right, we're back. We watched the
So we
movie.
watched
the
Sinister.
movie.
I like
Thoughts.
You gave it a 7 out of 10, Jacob.
Yeah, for a horror movie.
I'd give it like an 8.5 out of 10.
Really?
I really enjoyed it.
For a horror
I
movie.
really enjoyed it. Yeah.
You've seen more horror movies.
I enjoyed
Yeah, no,
it.
I enjoyed it.
I
Like
enjoyed
compared
it.
to the last garbage horror movies I've seen, like The Nun, whatever else I saw before that, this was way better than those.
Yeah.
Actually, I did see The Conjuring again recently, and I really liked The Conjuring.
Okay.
Conjuring's good.
Yeah, I
That's
fuck
good.
with The Conjuring.
Alright, but Sinister, yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I was very anxious the entire
You were
time.
you were just
I
like
was
just shaking in
really
your boots over
anxious.
there, man.
I don't know if I was really scared. Like there was a couple of jump scares that really got me. Like
It's
the
a
kids.
suspenseful,
It's a lot of
a lot of
suspense.
suspense going on.
I guess we're straight spoilers if you haven't.
Oh
seen
yeah,
this movie.
absolutely.
'Cause,
Yeah,
I mean,
spoiler.
it's 2012.
Came out
6 years ago.
Oh,
Get
so
out of
it's
More
here.
or
that's
less.
6 years ago.
Yeah, that was 6 years ago.
The kids sneaking around the house. when
It's
they
not
first
even
showed up.
classified as a horror movie.
Really?
It's a
What's it
thriller
classified?
mystery.
Interesting, because I would say
I
that
could
is a
see
straight
it as a
horror movie.
mystery.
I would say that's a straight horror movie.
Yeah,
Straight horror
but
movie.
like a horror mystery.
But like I guess
But
I
all
think
horror movies are mysterious.
a horror movie is more like
mysterious.
Silent Hill or like Saw or something.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that was
Or
This is
Halloween.
different.
Halloween.
Call back
back.
to the day one fans of
Yeah,
2
yeah,
days
yeah.
ago.
Yeah. You liked it.
I liked it.
It's a good watch.
7 out of 10. I feel alright. So I enjoyed this one more than Halloween. Because it got started a little quicker.
Immediately.
Like, as in immediately.
Literally immediately.
It was 10-15 minutes in and they were already like.
But it was
Dark
literally the
shadows.
first shot is a family being
Oh yeah.
killed by a
Yeah,
kid.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
It's the first shot.
Very spooky beginning.
But the first shots of Halloween are a girl getting murdered.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
But like,
Yeah. No,
That's true.
definitely. But
Well,
also it was the 70s, so you know.
But it also didn't have that hour and 15
Yeah.
minutes of nothing happening. Like
Yeah.
it was
Like-
constantly. I think it's like a week, maybe. It's a couple days.
the span of that movie.
The span of that
Probably
movie
about a
is a
week.
couple days,
Yeah,
and
something
like
like
the day it would
Halloween was one day.
yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
it felt
drawn
like
out.
80.
It
So
felt
long.
like 80, yeah.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
felt like the
Yeah.
days weren't long enough because like the days is when I would catch my breath because at night it was just like
The 30 seconds of
oh my
daylight.
god! And then there was 30 seconds of daylight, and then we'd be back. And I'd be like, God damn it, we're already back at nighttime. So yeah, no, I don't love the ending. I mean,
loved
it was fine. I just
I like
really
the ending.
expected Ethan Hawke to rally against the Babadook. Or
That's
not
what you
Babadook,
expected.
Also, Officer
the
So-So, what the fuck was the point of him?
Yeah.
What?
Besides telling you you're fucked in like the
Probably.
last
I
10
think it was
minutes.
just exposition. It was a way to
Yeah,
get
I
some
don't know.
stuff
He
in
seemed
the
kind
air.
of pointless.
Officer so and so.
Yeah. So did the
I
sheriff.
liked him as a
He was
character. He was a good
good.
character.
He could have
The
been
sheriff,
so much
the
more.
sheriff could have been developed more. I think we could have had more sheriff time.
I think it was fine.
He could have shown up at the house and been like, "Oh, stop talking to my officers."
I think I would
or
have.
something.
I mean, I would have enjoyed it because it would have been less time in that creepy fucking house.
Yeah.
But I think we got enough out of the sheriff. Like I knew all I needed to know about him, as far as that goes. Because like all you need him to do is like, hey, you're no good. We don't like you.
Yeah.
To set up who this guy is, and then it's also like, hey, what are you doing? And then you confirm that, hey, we're getting the fuck out of here. We're never coming back.
Yeah.
But then
But then
That
that's
twist,
the only. I think that's the only real like subversion of anyone's
the
expectations.
twist
in the
of
movie.
the leaving the house is
Yeah.
what gets him killed.
It's like
is
any other
really cool.
any other horror movie. It's like
Is
you leave the house, you
leave
would have
the
been
house,
fine.
You're okay.
You would have been fine.
Which is weird, 'cause-
especially Monster House.
Mm-hmm. We kept saying throughout the entire movie, like, why is he not leaving the house? He doesn't leave the entire, except for going out into the backyard. He doesn't leave the house for the entire movie
Well,
until they drive away.
yeah, actually no.
But like he doesn't, like even when the professor, when he's talking to the professor, it's over FaceTime or
Yeah,
whatever.
like he doesn't leave the house.
He doesn't leave the house
He's in
ever.
there. The
Everyone comes to him.
entire movie. Like
Mhm.
actually, he never goes
which,
anywhere.
which made, I mean, I think is a claustrophobic feeling to it,
Yeah.
which I think you're meant to
Like
feel.
a
It's
trapped.
very
He's
trapped,
trapped
and anxious.
in the story he's trying to.
Which I think is
do.
made to make
Yeah.
you feel like, oh, this man is going to die in this house, or like the showdown's going to come down in this house. Like,
Yeah.
this is a bad spot. He needs to get away from the house.
But also because of that, I like
Literally,
the twist.
the
ending.
twist.
Like literally,
twist ending where-
the cop guy that's helping him was like, "You should leave the house.
You should
Like,
get out more.
You should get out of the house."
And then he was like, hey, because you left, you're screwed.
Yeah,
But
that's cool.
but you know, I enjoyed it. I don't know if I would give it a 7 out of. It's definitely
4 horror movies. Of
Four
the horror
horror
movies you've seen, where would you rank it?
Oh yeah, I'm ranking an 8.5 out of
For
10
horror.
for horror movies.
For horror movies. For
Yeah,
movies
for a
in
movie,
general,
I'd give it a
it's
7
like
out of 10.
6.
maybe
No,
Maybe a
it's a
5.
combo.
I'd give it a
Five.
7. I'd give it a 7 out of 10.
It's
for
an
movies.
average
Combo
movie.
Yeah.
thing.
It's
There's-
VHS.
We're gonna do VHS eventually. Shut the fuck up.
It's the only reason.
You
it
know,
sits
the
on
directors
these.
of Blair Witch Project directed VHS.
Of course they did.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
You know who directed Blair Witch Project Part 2?
I
You didn't know there was
a
a part
part 2.
Oh my god,
I
Part
knew- I
2
remember
is
coming
just as
out.
bad.
Wait, no, there was a new Blair Witch Project like a couple years ago.
Yeah,
Is that what
the
you're
witch-
talking about?
the witch-
With famous actor
Season of the Witch?
James
Season of the
Allen McHugh.
What?
No, have you watched? Okay, never mind. I'm not even gonna get it. Sugar Pine 7. They had this dude named James Allen McHugh who was in the newest Blair Witch Project.
Okay.
And like whenever they see him, they rag on him like, "Oh, famous actor James Allen McHugh."
It's like a BoJack too.
Yeah.
But back
Or the Black Witch Project. You seen that comedy?
No, I've not.
Me either. I bet it's terrible, but
the one comment or critique I guess I would have of this movie is I did kind of run out of being scared by
It was
the
just
end.
too long.
I think the amount of time that I spent being scared, I just kind of got used to it. And I
Yeah.
still felt really anxious the entire time.
you know what did that? If you ever see The Nun
Really?
did that. There was so much thrown at you at once in a horror movie. There
Yeah.
was no suspense whatsoever. They were just throwing scary shit at you 24/7.
Okay.
So The Nun,
I think
4
I
out
remember
of
the nun
10.
Coming.
No, just
4 out of 10.
Wow.
I'm just rating. Yeah,
like
For an
that's
over-
like 4 out of 10
just under average.
overall.
overall 4 out of
Really?
10.
That's
yeah.
not
That's
that bad.
That's not that bad.
That's not that bad.
Well, I mean, it
It's
had
just barely
Tessa
below
Flamingo
average.
in it, and I want her to I want to suck her toes. Tessa Flamingo is
Where's the fears of
beautiful.
suck
And she was
toes
dressed
in the
up as a nun. How hot is that?
Yeah, you're right. That's the first thing I think whenever I see a nun.
Whenever
Yeah.
I see a nun, yeah.
Yeah, like a 9-year-old nun. I
Good
want to
idea.
fuck the shit out of her.
Okay.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
All right.
The forbidden fruit, am I right, Matt?
It's not forbidden for me. Am I right, fellas?
No.
Fellas?
No, you're not
Fellas?
right. No,
Fellas?
you're not
Lady?
right. No, you're not right. Matt, what was your favorite part of the movie?
My favorite part of the movie was the kid in the box. I don't know why.
Yeah, that was spooky.
That
That
was
was
really
that was
spooky.
pretty scary.
I thought we were
I
already
didn't even
starting.
see. I forgot that was even their child. I thought it was just a
I thought
random.
it was. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I thought too.
Yeah, no,
I mean, you'd
really.
only seen him like 2 shots
Yeah.
before that.
Oh, and the lawnmower when he's watching the
Oh, that was
lawnmower
so
goes over
scary.
the guy. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I knew
'Cause-
that was coming, but I didn't expect it to
So
happen
just
there.
for people who haven't seen it, which like, I mean, let's give our recommendations right now. Should you see it if you're a horror fan?
Yeah, 100%. You should see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a casual fan.
Even
trying
if
to
you
get
aren't a
into
horror fan, I think you should see it.
you should see it.
Yeah,
it's
Sinister.
scary. Like, don't go in if you can't
Yeah.
handle these things.
Oh, okay, no, it's not one of those.
No, you can
It's not one of
handle
the,
it.
anyone can handle that movie,
I don't think so. There's
I
some
think
people
so.
who really
No,
can't
anyone can
handle
handle that
scary
movie.
movies.
for sure.
Which movie?
The one we just
One
watched.
we just watched.
I saw
Okay,
like
yeah.
a minute of that.
Ben wasn't. Little Ben wasn't here.
I
for
was
that
there
one.
for like a moment when you just got scared as fuck. It was like
Ooh.
a loud noise.
It was the
Yeah, what part was that?
It was the boom part, which is like 20
Which
parts
is
in
funny,
that
the
movie.
use of
Yeah.
the use of
I don't
the
even
score
remember what it was. It was
is pretty
something dumb.
prominent. Yeah, no, the score is constantly.
Yeah,
The score was used to
the audio
amplify the
was a
scares.
big part of that. Shout out Blue Yeti.
Shout out Blue Yeti.
But
Okay, one thing I really liked, I have a fucking speech impediment, about this movie is that, you know, Halloween, slow as fuck.
Yeah.
In this one, within like 10 minutes, he was watching these spooky ass old school films
Ooh,
on
yeah.
people just getting
Let's talk about
murdered.
that. What's the monster's name? The
Bagul.
Bagul.
No,
Which is
Baba
cool,
Yaga's John Wick. That's
Yeah,
Keanu
that's John
Reeves. That's why I shouted out Keanu Reeves earlier, which has nothing to do with this, I know. But again, shout out Keanu Reeves.
He would suck your dick.
Shout out Wesley Snipes. Shout out Owen Wilson.
shout out Wesley Snipes though. The fact that you haven't seen White Man Can't Jump blows my goddamn
Alright,
mind.
we'll
The
watch
has he
Spider-Man
seen
Can't
Blade?
Yes, I've seen
I've
Blade.
seen Blade, but Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson playing basketball.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Would you count Blade as a horror movie? That's another
There's
question.
a vampire.
I would count-
Vampires, I wouldn't say
Is
Let me say
Vampires
this.
horror.
Let me say this. Let me say
action.
this.
It's an action
I,
superhero.
no, it's
movie.
definitely an action.
It's a superhero
Yeah,
movie.
yeah,
yeah. I would count White Man Can't Jump as one of the top 100 movies.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
Oh my
White Man
God.
Can't Jump is an amazing movie.
All right.
Top
And
100.
we will watch White Man Can't Jump.
Okay, yeah,
We'll do a
let's
podcast about it.
move on from that. Yeah,
Sinister.
Sinister.
Yeah.
very sinister, very spooky.
Very sinister. The blue. I wanted to see more of Bagul. Bagul didn't really do that much.
Yeah.
It might have been. I think it's probably better.
No, he does it through the children.
Yeah.
He
that's
doesn't
probably
himself
creepier.
doesn't do anything. He just like
Most of the movie is him just getting freaked out by himself, though, which I think is part of the scary part.
yeah,
It's
like
lots of
no one
psychological
else
thriller.
in the household knows what the fuck's going on.
No,
The daughter,
they
kind
really
of.
don't.
Yeah, the daughter a little and the son, because he drew the people hanging on his
Yeah.
whiteboard at school.
For a while, so
Well, the son was just told by like the kids at school, but the daughter like was communicating with the
with
girl.
the girl
Yeah.
from the dead, which was pretty cool. I thought, what you call it? I thought that I didn't know which child of the Ethan Hawke
Was gonna end up
character
murdering him.
was gonna end up murdering everyone.
Yeah,
or
I had
attempting to murder. I really didn't think they'd end up murdered.
I had my money on the 12-year-old who woke up in a box. Yeah, that was my money.
And then he
It's
was
a
in
safe
the bushes.
bet.
Yeah.
It's a safe bet.
Yeah, but I was.
Yeah.
It
was
was
in the
definitely.
bushes with the dog and everything.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it definitely could have been the little girl who was painting because she was painting creepy ass shit.
She was painting
Fuck
creepy as
kids,
shit.
they're scary as fuck. But
It kind of looked
yeah,
Slenderman-ish.
I felt like the 12-year-old with the long hair was definitely the better bet for me at least.
The long hair is creepy.
Yeah. And he was doing
I don't know,
creepy
for
shit.
some reason, I feel like it's always the youngest kid.
Yeah.
Really, but
You know
the
what I
youngest kid wasn't
I
out in
don't
the
think it
bush
was
creeping,
in-
beating his meat. Okay, let's cut that out. You know what I mean?
But yeah, no, it was. But Bagul as a concept had a lot of Slenderman-ish tendencies. Yeah,
Okay, off topic. 1 second. Have y'all seen the Slenderman movie?
I have not.
I
It was
not.
terrible. That's it. Okay, keep going. Absolutely awful. 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10.
All right, so we're gonna talk about performances now.
Okay, can I
Ethan
start
Hawke.
off? Can I
Yeah,
start
yeah,
off?
yeah,
Okay. A lot of the kids completely irrelevant.
Oh,
I feel
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, for
I feel
sure.
like the 12-year-old was even irrelevant. He
didn't-
was just
yeah,
like a
he was from the
suspect
beginning
of
of the
who
movie.
could be the kid.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's true.
But wasn't
But
there a
that's
third?
fine.
There was a
there
third
any
child.
mystery?
There
was
was two. They only
Oh,
had
there
two
was
kids.
two.
They only had
Okay,
two kids.
okay. And the wife, she just yelled at him a couple times, completely irrelevant.
Yeah,
And then
I think it was just supposed to add to
Yeah.
like, the tension and like he shouldn't be
Yeah.
here. He shouldn't
And it
be
worked.
here.
It worked.
Yeah.
You guys were both like, "Oh yeah, get out of
Get
this
the
house."
fuck out of the house.
And that's
as
what
soon
you
as he
want.
left, and the cop called him, telling him, "Hey, because you left the house, you're gonna get killed now." Me and Matt said, "We said that the whole time.
yeah, but
We've been telling him to stay in the house.
we
the
were
whole
telling
time.
him to leave the entire
Yeah,
time.
that's the joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is
Funny
like
joke,
the
inside
guy who's seen horror movies, Matt.
Yes.
The entire point of a horror movie now, I think, is to try to subvert the expectations that were created by previous horror movies.
Yeah.
So like when you're watching a horror movie today, you're ready for pretty much anything that's gonna happen. You're like, oh, that guy's gonna be creepy later, or this picture's gonna move, or whatever. Like you were talking about,
Dude,
you called the picture
the
moving.
Bagul moving on the laptop.
Yeah, no,
exactly.
I knew he
Oh,
was
that
gonna
was
move on the
scary.
laptop.
Exactly. Like you know what's coming.
Yeah, and I
horror
also
movies.
knew
And
that
that's the problem.
there was gonna be the video of him, like when he fell through the roof.
That's the problem.
Or the ceiling, whatever, roof ceiling. It's all subjective.
Yeah.
He fell through, and it was like recording him, and then all the kids' hands were like pushing him down.
That's what. Yeah, I thought I imagined that, but I didn't. I wasn't sure.
So what I'm saying is like, so the standard was set by movies like Halloween, like It, like Friday the 13th.
I think this type of movie, though, honestly, set by the Blair Witch thing, because
that one.
Because Paranormal Activity, again, found footage. They're showing shit off of a recorder. Demons. That's when demon movies really kicked off.
Okay. Let me go in with this. I think this one is obviously better than the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, Blair Witch Project
that's not a question.
was scary when I was 11. Now
When you were ever scared of that? You're hilarious. Okay.
Yeah, no, when I was 11, it was a little spooky.
I mean, you're 11. Yeah.
Actually, no, I wasn't that scared.
Paranormal Activity.
Okay, let me not get into the sexual part of it.
Paranormal Activity, it's better than Paranormal Activity. That's better than Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay.
Also, again, I haven't seen that in a while, but I know it is.
Why I think
I know
that's
it is.
better.
Yeah.
Because the found footage genre is based on the found footage is what you're watching throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Whereas in this one, you're watching someone who found the found footage. So it's a subversion of that expectation of what a found footage movie is.
True.
Yeah.
I didn't even think
Yeah.
about
So
that.
like that's what horror movies are trying to do now, and that's what
It was it was a Blumhouse Productions movie.
Actually,
Doing a
wait,
lot of cool
I might
stuff.
compare this to a Conjuring type movie.
No, it's similar. It came out at a similar time. That's like it's a similar style of like the way everything's shot and like the mood of everything.
Yeah.
But I just think like you started off with all these great horror movies from the 60s up to like the 80s, I guess, and that sort of set the standard of like what a horror movie is. And from through the 80s into like the early 90s, then you're like all in the game of trying to like play with what they did previously, and then in some way in your movie change it so that the audience isn't expecting it, and that spooks them. I don't know. Like that.
And I think
the
I can't think of it right now, but that they had this subversion of, which again is also classic in like demon type movies, and even like TV show. You ever watch The Haunting, where they move houses?
No.
And of course, the demon follows them.
Oh, well, like the like the fake reality TV thing.
Yeah, The Haunting. Yeah, I don't know how much. Of course, that show's not fucking real, but that doesn't matter.
I thought that shit was real.
No, of course it's not fucking real.
Yeah. You just didn't think about it when you were 12
Yeah.
and watching it. Yeah.
Again, but yeah, you moved place. I don't know why I didn't see it coming that if you moved places. But the thing is, in this movie, there was a specific standard for a bagel that if you moved. That if you moved places, you were immediately like that was the thing. But in other demon type stuff,
like it's
like if you
house.
stay in the same house, you'll still get killed just as much as you will in the next house. But in this one, you had to change houses.
Had to change houses. And
that was a requirement for
that's
you.
That's why he was spooky in the first house.
Do you think
he was trying to scare you out of it. Which I thought that was very good.
That's
very
pretty
good.
cool.
Yeah, that was very good. Very good.
It's pretty cool, right? Like he's trying to scare you out of the house. It's not he's trying to scare you to like eat your fear or something. That's it, right? That's it.
Yeah, that's any demon movies.
So
they feed off of fear.
they feed off your fear or something. But like this one, he's trying to get you out of the location into another location, and that's where he does it.
He had a different MO.
Such that the person who buys that house finds the footage.
Yeah. So of course, I bet Sinister 2 is about the people who moved into
I haven't seen it.
Their first house.
I
They
assume-
moved into that house and then came back to the first house.
I assume Sinister 2 would be him like. No, I thought.
Where's the trilogy?
I really thought Ethan
Sinister
Hawke was
2.
I thought Ethan Hawke was gonna make it out of the movie. I was disappointed that he did not.
Yeah, I
That
know.
was never
Actually,
gonna
the
happen.
ending.
Really? Because
I did not think they would be killed.
I
I
watched
didn't think they would.
mostly adventure, sci-fi.
Yeah,
dramas,
so you're used to your
So I'm
protagonist.
used to my protagonist making it.
Yeah. That doesn't
One of
happen a
the
lot
few
in horror
movies.
movies.
I mean, like,
that doesn't happen a lot.
what
in horror
happened
movies.
in Halloween? Like, she made it out.
Yeah, she made it up.
And it happened in Alien. Not Sarah Connor. Who's the protagonist in Alien?
The bitch from
Riggs
Ghostbusters.
or something like
No, Ridley or something.
Ridley Scott.
No,
Ridley Scott's the
a
director.
dude. That's a dude.
Fuck.
I don't know why I can't think of that actress. She was in Ghostbusters, remember?
Yeah, she's Zool.
Yeah, she becomes possessed by Zool.
She's Zool. Ghostbusters.
Ellen Ripley.
Ripley.
Ridley Scott. Who is Ridley Scott?
No.
The director.
That's the
Ridley
director.
Scott.
Ridley
Ridley Scott's the director. Okay. Ellen Ripley. All right.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Very
Ripley
similar.
makes it out of Alien, which is a horror.
That's not a
movie.
horror movie.
It's classified.
No,
as
it could.
most
I bet
people-
for that time
I'm looking at it
period,
right now. No, it's not fantasy mystery.
I'd
Really?
still say that could be classified.
It could be. I would
Yeah.
say that could go in there.
Same thing
It's a
with like.
monster.
It's a monster. Yeah.
That's like saying Godzilla's a
It's like
horror
saying
movie.
Predator's a horror
There's a
movie.
lot of
Predator,
no.
yeah.
I'm gonna defend this for a minute. Alien. There's a lot of the whole chestburster thing is terrifying.
Yeah.
There's this whole segment.
Have
of
you
the
seen
film.
Predator?
A thriller.
There's an alien
Yeah.
that's fucking
Predator's
terrifying
not.
as fuck.
Predator's not.
Not a horror movie.
Oh,
No,
that's
It's
an
not
action-
exactly,
great
but
action.
I classify
Action.
Predator and Alien, of course.
I think Alien
as the
in a
same
similar
genre.
category. Yeah.
Yeah,
Really, I think Aliens
Fantasy
and
mystery.
Predator.
yeah, sci-fi. Yeah,
Sci-fi.
they're sci-fi
I think
movies.
They're sci-fi
Aliens
movies.
sci-fi horror.
Shutter Island.
Also, we need to see the
Horror
new
movie?
Predator
Thriller?
movie.
What would you call that?
Psychological thriller.
Thriller.
Wait, what movie?
Shutter Island.
Shutter Island.
Yeah,
is a
psychological thriller.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what that is.
That was as close to a horror movie as you could get, though.
Damn, I haven't seen that since I saw it in theaters when
That
I was
was
12.
that was
That's a really good movie.
I might have to rewatch that.
Fantastic.
Okay,
Um,
back to Sinister.
But yeah, no, I think we were talking about performances before we went on.
yeah.
Yeah.
The only performance I think worth talking about is Ethan Hawke.
'Cause he was
Of course.
The
He was the only
character
really.
in the movie.
He was the only real character.
Yeah.
Honestly, the rest of them were just
I
side.
really wanted more
Second.
about
The rest of the
Ooh.
characters were just plot tools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
the
Just tools to
deputy.
scare him and make him feel trapped and make him feel entrenched in things. It's
They're
weird.
either for exposition or to make him
Yeah.
feel trapped or to like just advance the
I
plot.
really kept going like, hey, why you're. Especially when there's a part of the movie where he puts all the tapes that he's found of the murders that the Bagul has committed, and in that camera, and he puts it in a box and he puts it somewhere else. We're just transferring jewels over here. But no, there's a part where the movie where he puts all the tapes of the murders in a box, and then he puts it away for the night, and he goes to bed. But then he wakes up in the middle of the night, and then it's out again. The minute that happened, I would have been like,
no, we're done.
we're done.
Yeah.
But he doesn't say anything.
Well, he's spooked. Like he's in that like, cause he was having that thing where like he's thinking, oh maybe I'm like drinking too much and
Yeah.
I'm hallucinating. You
That
know?
was
That's
my-
also what the deputy said.
That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
my biggest,
Second favorite character.
Second favorite character for sure, Deputy So-and-so.
The third one was
Deputy
the
so-and-so.
professor from that occult.
Yeah, that guy
Yes.
was pretty chill.
The
Those were the three
His
most
assistant-
important
His
characters.
assistant, the girl that brought him the
Jessica.
coffee. Jessica. You remember her name too?
Jessica.
Jessica.
Yeah, I remember Jessica.
Why is she there at 2 a.m?
Yeah, why is she there?
What's
too?
going on there?
Fucking.
I think it was probably like a spouse
Maybe a
situation.
time zone thing?
Yeah, it might have been his
I think it's
wife.
definitely
Might have been
like
a
his
time
wife.
zone thing.
Yeah, might have also it's probably his wife. Okay, this doesn't matter, but it's probably his wife. This
Maybe.
This has nothing to do with
This character that was in like 3 seasons,
Literally,
maybe.
Jessica?
No.
Oh, no, Jessica was in one scene I remember
She
clearly.
was, we saw her arm.
We saw her arm and we were immediately
Yeah.
intrigued.
What's
We
funny
were like,
about
who
it-
is this with George R.R. Martin
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah.
I don't know what's
Where's
happening.
the
What's funny is,
Jessica
like,
spinoff?
She's completely like it completely did not need to happen.
No.
Like,
Thank
why?
you, Jessica. Like, what?
Thank you, Jessica. What?
Why
You
did
didn't
we
even
need
show her?
Why did we need a name for this character?
Yeah, why?
Thank
she,
you.
She didn't even need to bring him coffee.
No, it didn't need to
He
happen.
just had to be.
Didn't need to- I
on
mean,
the-
I was like, this guy is a person. He has a life.
Oh, that
When
might
did
have
this
been
come
what it
out?
was.
What?
This
2012. 2012.
It's recent.
Yeah,
How does it
pretty. I
compare?
mean,
what movies is it like?
Conjuring.
It's
I think.
Conjuring, Insidious, like
Yeah,
that
Insidious,
similar
okay.
level.
Oh
of,
yeah,
like,
we
that
have
kind
to
of
watch
horror movie.
Insidious with you.
Okay.
It's Star Wars canon.
It is Star Wars canon.
I don't understand. But
Don't
Yo,
tell him anything
I'm
about
not
it.
gonna tell. Don't look up anything
Darth
about
Maul's
it.
in the movie.
Darth Maul's in the movie.
Okay. Like the actor?
No, Darth Maul.
Oh wow.
Okay, you're dumb as fuck, Ben. But yeah, he's in the movie.
No. I know he's not like the character Darth Maul is not actually in the movie.
He might be.
I'm sure
He
it's
might-
just someone who looks like Darth Maul.
Obi-Wan
But
is
Hang
also
on, can I give you a quick
No.
Can I
We're
give you a
talking
quick
about
fanfic
different
real
movie.
quick?
Also, the dude from The
Fanfic?
Conjuring. You know the
Excuse
guy
me?
from The Conjuring, the husband, the Lorraine people, Edward and something Lorraine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's the father in that movie. And also, my sister knows somebody, and he spoke at her wedding.
What?
Yeah.
Your sister knows someone that spoke at her wedding?
Yeah.
No.
What was that sentence?
I understood him.
No, her
I
friend's
understand
wedding.
drunk guy.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
The guy in The Conjuring spoke at someone his
Yeah, Edward.
knows wedding.
Yeah.
Not just
My
Yeah.
sister knew someone.
Yeah, the famous guy
and
from The
he
Conjuring.
spoke at her wedding.
Yeah, and apparently she was.
This guy.
Apparently he was a B movie actor, but now he's killing.
Wait,
He is
B,
something
like the B movie or like
No, you know, not the B movie, not Jerry Seinfeld's movie.
That is
Oh,
the scariest
that
horror film
may-
of all time.
May just be the greatest thing
Really not.
on Netflix right now.
The
is
B
the
movie.
B movie. Oh
I
my
still
God.
haven't watched it.
So
Really?
No.
Wow.
We
Ben Moss has a
started
whole
it.
thing about capitalism
Oh
and
my god,
communism.
it's great.
He can go off.
No,
we'll
we-
talk
yeah.
about the B movie
Okay.
at some point.
need
We
to-
started it, and then y'all were like, "Fuck this."
I've
let's
seen
watch
it,
something
like,
I've seen
eight
it. I've
times
seen
with
it at
this
least
group of
6
Yeah,
times.
I've
But
seen
it's
it
worth
all the
watching.
way.
like 0.25.
What was
free
your,
base.
I hate to say favorite murder.
Oh my!
What was
The
your favorite
lawnmower.
murder?
The lawnmower by far. The lawnmower.
I kind of
Yeah.
liked the pool one.
The pool one was
Pool one's
yeah.
scary.
That's
Because you
spooky.
can see the feet.
You wouldn't like that.
Just the
No.
lawnmower.
That would not be
The
enjoyable.
lawnmower probably scared me the most because
No, but if
Yeah.
you
just
no,
as
no.
I was saying, you can't kill someone with that type of lawnmower. She ran over someone
Okay, yeah,
with
that's
the
just you being
lawnmower.
dumb though. Okay,
I don't know if that would kill you.
Yeah.
it might just.
It would just mangle
Shit,
your
it would
face.
mangle your
Maybe.
No, it would
It
kill
would.
you.
It would
It
for
would
sure
kill
kill you if no one came.
Okay,
And
you
it
want
would
to know why the lawnmower one
into the-
spooked me the most? Because in all the
that
other
would suck.
ones,
that would suck.
they laid out everyone perfectly, then did it. In this one, it was like out of nowhere, they
Nowhere,
killed
yeah.
somebody. When all the
tree-
other ones,
the
they like
original
set
tree
it up.
one-
Yeah.
The original tree one gets a little dull by the end because you've seen it so many
Seen it
times. But the
4
first time I
times.
saw it, I was like, "That's horrifying."
Yeah.
I think in the first shot of it, at the beginning of the movie, it's a little slower than the rest of the movie.
Can I say that's some complicated knot time for like a little kid?
This is
Yeah.
a podcast of spoilers.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she also has bagel
I mean, that's what it
guiding
is.
her. Cream cheese bagel was guiding her the entire way.
Cream cheese bagel.
Cream cheese with
Oh,
honey.
also, Bagul
Cream
was
cheese
just
space
was
bagel.
just Kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
He was just
And
Kiss.
he
He was
was
just
also
Gene Simmons.
Jigsaw.
Gene Simmons and Jigsaw's love child. Yeah.
Yeah, because of course Jigsaw's a little puppet. You know, sometimes you drop
We
a
didn't
load
really
in a
see
puppet.
Bagul that much. Have you seen Sinister 2? You haven't. You
I
made
assumed
the
it was
claim-
trash and never watched
You
it.
made the claim at the beginning of this podcast that it was garbage.
I assumed it was
Not knowing.
garbage. It's garbage. I'm sure it's garbage. I've
Yeah.
since heard that it's garbage from
Okay.
another source. So like,
Okay.
Not worth it.
it's a sequel to a okay horror movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I would.
I wouldn't
watching
even
the
say
movie-
okay. I'd say
Solid?
sequel to a
Solid.
good, a good,
Solid.
a good.
Not good.
I wouldn't say solid. Solid sounds better than good.
Solid.
Is
No, it
solid
doesn't.
below
solid,
good?
Solid's below good.
Okay, then it's
100%.
solid.
Solid's below
I'd
good.
say-
For sure, for sure.
Solid for sure below
Really?
good. Yeah,
Solid's
solid is
below
just
good?
like it does what it needs
Okay, yeah,
to
then
do.
it's a solid. It's a
you know
solid
what I mean?
horror
It
movie.
can be better than good, but I think by default, under good.
Yeah, no.
Under good for
Again,
sure.
as a horror, what you can see it. I don't know why I'm asking you. Right
You watch like the scary.
He's probably
part.
seen it before.
I haven't seen this. Have you seen Creep?
Yeah,
That was a good
that
movie.
was a good movie.
I've also seen Creep.
You seen what's the one with the deaf chick on Netflix? Hush. Did you see Hush?
I haven't
I
seen
haven't
Hush.
seen that.
Hush.
I've
Was,
never even heard of Hush.
Hush was pretty good. It's a Netflix original. Actually,
Really?
very solid.
Also, speaking of horror stuff, you have to watch. I don't remember the name. No, I know like the words,
Such
but
a
I don't know the
big
correct
difference.
order. The House, The Haunting
The-
of
the
Hell
ha-
House.
The
Haunting of
Hollow
Hill
House.
House.
The series?
Yeah, it's a good, it's a good
okay.
series.
It's a Netflix original.
Yeah, that's what I sit up till like 7 in the morning after doing
At
coke.
Netflix,
Was
please
that
sponsor
solid?
us.
Would you
Oh my
say
God.
that was
I'd
solid?
say it was good.
What?
Okay, you
Better
said that
than
was
solid.
Good.
Yeah, it was
so
good.
what else is good? We talked about solid ones. What else
Like-
is it good?
Yeah,
Oh, what's
where
it?
does-
Okay. That's
what
what
is
I'd like
better
to
than
hear
this
that.
and
I'd
what
like
is
to hear
worse?
that. I'd like to
Yeah,
hear
see
that.
the thing is, I feel
No,
like
let's- we
solid
can do a thing
sounds
where we
better
rank.
than good.
No, I want to hear like based on Sinister because we did a little bit touch on like what we thought was significantly better than Halloween, but it was obvious. It was like things that are way better than Halloween. Like we
Yeah.
talked.
Also, y'all want to watch Halloween
We
Town
talked
as
about
like
The
a
Godfather.
lighthearted Halloween movie?
I don't want to watch that at all.
Can we watch at least one lighthearted Halloween movie?
Yeah,
sure.
sure, fine. The
Yeah.
Exorcist, but
Oh, I was at the steps yesterday.
I know.
The Exorcist.
okay.
yeah.
This is what I want to say.
With my Team Jesus shirt.
This is what I want to say.
Nice.
This is what I. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, what horror movies do you think are better than Sinister? Just name
Conjuring.
a few.
Of course, we've talked about Conjuring. I think
The
Conjuring's
Shining.
better.
Well, no.
No,
Obviously,
no,
that's
yeah.
a Kubrick.
I haven't seen Insidious in a while, but I think Insidious is better.
I would say I prefer Sinister.
Really. But again, I
didn't
haven't
like
seen this
Insidious.
since Insidious.
We don't need to.
first
We can't
came
go
out.
into Insidious because I want to do one on Insidious.
Yeah, that's the thing is that I haven't seen a lot of these movies in a while, so I have to rewatch them.
Yeah, but I want to know
Yeah.
like just name
So
like
let's
a,
go with
horror
what
movie.
I've seen.
what you've seen. What do you mean?
Let's.
Appear-
We've married The Purge.
You've seen The Purge.
I've seen
That's
The
not a
Purge.
horror movie.
Yeah,
That's
kinda.
definitely the horror.
Is
movie.
it?
It's
It's,
like
a,
people
it's
with
kind of
scary
like
masks
lame
and trying to-
mainstream.
Yeah,
type.
no, for sure, but it's
Horror.
still a
So
horror
is
movie.
Sinister. That's mainstream as
That's
hell.
pretty mainstream.
Yeah, but I feel like The Purge is
Everyone-
like meant
both
for
of
like
you
the
had
normal people.
Yeah, but both of you had seen the trailer for Sinister and never the movie.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
actually a thing.
yeah.
That's how
actually-
mainstream
I'll give you
that
that.
is.
I'll give you that. Okay.
Yeah, like
Okay, of course, Hereditary and The Witch. Those are my two favorite horror movies right
they're
now.
better. Yeah, it is the best horror movie.
Yeah, it.
Okay.
Yeah, I will give you that.
Like it might be.
You're gonna give him that? You're not
I
gonna
will
fight him
give
on
no
that?
the newest it.
No,
was
no.
better
the
than
newest
the
Dave.
original.
Not
No.
the newest Dave. He's talking about the
I'm
original.
talking about the
now.
original.
Yeah, the original.
You think it's the best horror movie of all time, Matt?
I think that's the
newest
best horror
It-
movie of all time. No,
the newest
original.
it? No, not
No,
the
the
best
original.
horror
The
movie.
original.
The original is worse than the newest.
Oh.
What are you talking?
I'm telling you, it is.
Wow.
Are you serious?
I'm
All right,
100%
Tune in for next
serious.
episode
No,
where we watch original
sir.
It.
I'm telling
No,
you, it's
sir.
way better. I love the newest it that I saw once
No.
in theaters. I love
Never
it.
watched again.
No, the original It is.
All right, so the next two
No.
episodes.
The original It is incredible. That movie's amazing.
You want to know why I think it's
Okay.
better?
Better than The
'Cause
Shining.
The original.
No,
You love The Shining.
No,
I
The
love
Shining
The Shining's
is an
way better.
amazing
I don't
movie.
consider that a horror movie.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
consider it one
How?
That's a
Actually,
psychological thriller.
I might consider it a horror movie.
I think it turns to horror at the
Slightly.
end.
Also, I kind of just like see that and I'm like, this is a Kubrick movie.
Yeah.
It's
It's
Cabin
not-
Fever.
Yeah, it's
Cabin
Yeah,
Fever.
it's not really a
Sounds,
horror movie.
I'd
you know?
say it's
It's
a
just this
horror
man
movie.
losing his mind, which
No,
could.
but
When
you
you
know-
grew up as a kid, you always heard of The Shining as a horror movie.
I didn't. No.
Really?
No,
No,
I didn't see
No.
The Shining.
My dad sat me down one day and was like, "Hey, watch this.
That's because Big Tom.
Watch
was the
this
best.
Stanley Kubrick
Wait.
movie."
2000.
It's interesting. There's a completely different
Right?
set of actors when it comes to horror movies. Like the major, I don't think any A-list actors these days do horror movies.
Do you know that movie?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Igor just walked in the room.
Huh?
The Mummy's
Speak
not
up.
a
No,
horror
no,
movie.
the horror movie.
The
With
Mummy.
who? With
With
Fraser?
With Brendan Fraser.
What horror movie is he in?
It's some dumb. I forget what it's called.
It's clearly not good. You just started
Are
out
you
with
sure it's
dumb.
not the Mummy?
It's not the Mummy. What is it?
The Mummy's the first thing that comes up.
Was
Child
Brendan
of Darkness.
Fraser-
No,
Really
look up Brendan
a-
Fraser.
I did. I looked up
Yeah,
Brendan
hit the
Fraser horror
IMDb.
movies.
Was
Hit
Brendan
the
Fraser an
IMDb.
A-list actor?
I got it.
I mean,
No,
The
he was
Mummy.
never an A-list actor.
He was the Mummy. Excuse you, you
You've
goddamn
clearly
fucking
never
slut.
seen a critical
Keep going
video.
down. Keep going.
Nightcap.
Keep
He's
going.
the number
Keep
one
going.
person of the Brendan
Keep
Fraser
going.
Flame Club.
Keep going. Keep
The
going.
Nut Job. Brendan Fraser.
He was
Keep
angry
going.
that Tom
Shut the
Cruise
fuck
starred
up.
in the new one.
Don't even start. Keep going. Monkey Bone. That's the one.
Okay. We'll add
That's
to the
the
list for just.
No,
What
we will-
fucking movie is
2001.
Monkey
All
Bone?
right.
Animation
Or-
comedy fantasy.
Oh, it's a horror. Oh, it's a horror.
I've never seen Monkey. I've never even heard of that.
But yeah, let's. Do we have any more thoughts on? I
On Sinister specifically.
Sinister?
Nope. We're just on a tangent right
Oh,
now,
years
honestly.
ago. Can I get the rest of this? I don't know.
I think it's a good
Bring
horror
us the
movie.
other bottle.
I think it's a good horror movie too. I'm gonna rank it with Halloween and what other movie?
Better
like
than
Purge?
Halloween, right?
Better than
The
Halloween.
Purge.
Better than Purge.
Yeah.
I would say Halloween was better than Purge.
Well, yeah, the Purge kind of fucking sucked.
Yeah.
I might have to watch Purge on my own. I don't think that's worthy of. Yeah, can you shut the door?
Okay, so this I would rank this above Purge, and I'd rank it above Halloween, but I'd put Halloween above Purge. But Igor's back.
Close the door.
Yeah, don't you dare talk shit on Brendan Fraser. Oh, come out here.
Yeah.
Your ass.
No, I will literally.
Okay.
When we watch it, you want to
Journey
watch
to
the
the
Mummy? This
No.
movie?
If
Journey to the
Journey to the Center of the Earth
with
was
Josh
bomb as
Hutcherson.
Fuck.
Yes.
That movie was sick.
That movie
Get
was
outta
good
here.
as fuck.
I watched
Get
that
outta
movie
here.
in the first row of the movie theater. just
Journey to the
looking
Center of the Earth?
straight
Journey
up,
to the Center of the Earth?
and it was amazing.
It was great,
Yeah.
right? There's a certain geologist in the house who talks shit on that movie, and I don't fucking deal with it. That movie was great.
Also, if you're bringing up Brendan Fraser and you're not talking about the cinematic masterpiece that is the scarab scene in The Mummy, you're fucking delusional.
And once again, Igor exits.
Doesn't show it all the
you
way
ranking
again.
the movies.
So
Where
yeah,
would you put VHS 2?
Oh my god.
He hasn't seen it.
Fuck out of
Where do
here.
you anticipate that?
We're
to
gonna
go?
move locations.
Do you
so
have
that
another
stop
horror
sitting in
movie
all
that
these.
you like?
That is my horror movie.
That's
I think
your horror
because
movie.
It's underrated.
I'm ready.
It's underrated. It's
No,
very
it's
well
not.
directed. Yeah,
It's fairly rated.
not that many people know about VHS.
That's not the point. The people who have seen it
Well,
rated
of
it
course.
fairly.
Okay, it's rated fairly, but it's not really recognized.
Because
in
it
the
didn't
horror
come
movie
out in
community.
theaters.
But that I know, but it
It's
really
straight
should
to
have.
the
It really
straight
should have
to
been
the DVD.
recognized.
Wait, can I
and
give my
added
honest rating of
provided it's
VHS
on
one?
Netflix.
Yeah, go for it.
8.5.
Give me a number.
8.5.
8.5
out of 10.
Wow.
I'd give it in
You
the
get-
same
you just
rating
gave-
as Sinister.
Wow,
Yeah,
okay.
and I'd give it a
8.5,
7.5 for horror.
75% of people liked this movie
Yeah, 7.5 for
of
horror
Google
movies.
users. But 5.8 on IMDb, 56% on Rotten Tomatoes, 1 out of 4 on Roger Ebert.
Which one are we looking at? VHS 1?
VHS.
They really
The original.
refined it in the second one. The second one, I think, is
Who
the first
just
one you
gave
should
it a
watch
1 out of 4?
before you watch the first one. I think
Roger
that, you know, it's
Ebert.
not
No,
really
you gotta
Ebert.
watch the first one first.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What?
Let me
You
see how
gotta
they
watch
rate
the
it.
first
This
one.
one's a leap. I
I
want to
don't
hear how this
fucking
one
know
goes.
critics. I don't pay attention to. I
should
watch
know that
movies.
one.
I watch movies and I form my own opinions. I don't need anyone
Ben,
else's
What
fucking
was it?
input.
What was
Taco
VHS
Bell?
2?
Okay, VHS 2 was 6.1 on IMDb,
Really?
70% on Rotten Tomatoes, 3 out of 5 from Common Sense Media, 74% on Google.
I mean, for a horror movie, that's
Yeah,
That's
70.
not bad.
I'd give it a 75%.
That's
yeah.
not bad.
Okay.
VHS 2
Alright.
For a horror
movie.
You
For
will
a horror
cover
movie, yeah.
I can
VHS.
see
Yeah.
why it wasn't giving good reviews, but I really
The
think
point is that like it wasn't viewed by a mass audience,
it wasn't.
and I think it
It
would have
deserves
done
to
well.
be.
I think it would have done well
It's just
if it came
pure
out in
entertainment.
theaters.
The
But they
entire
didn't have the
time. It's
money to
entertainment.
promote
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But actually, those Blair Witch motherfuckers had plenty of money to
Because
promote
that's
it.
all they
60,000.
spent the budget on.
They made so much money after.
Dude, the actual filming of the movie.
60K, yes.
No.
Maybe not even.
The budget of the movie was 60K,
Yeah.
including the advertising. The actual filming probably cost like
For the
$3,000.
Blair Witch Project.
They had
Right.
cameras. I
But
think
they
They
made
just-
the
Oh,
money.
yeah, of course.
They
They
gave
the
they
money.
gave the actors a script.
But
And
they
they
made.
came
But how
with
much
them-
did they pay the actors each?
No, I'm
Not
not sure
much.
the actors were.
Exactly.
How much did they make off
What?
Blair
I
Witch
want to
Project?
say that people who made the movie were the actors.
Matt,
It's
is that what
possible,
you're-
I
how
don't
much
know.
did they make off Blair Witch Project?
$250 million.
Exactly. So why couldn't they have,
Because they didn't
the
release
other-
it in theaters because they wasted their budget on the movie and not on advertising.
Yeah, but
Well,
why
well,
wouldn't they
yes.
spend that money on VHS 1?
What?
VHS 1. The first VHS.
Did VHS 2 get a theater release or no?
No, of course not.
None of them did.
They were cult
Yeah,
movies, I guess.
They're a cult. They're a cult movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sinister.
All right, back to Sinister. I would give it a 6 out of 10.
As
As
an
a
overall
horror?
movie.
As a horror,
As a
I
horror
was ex-
movie, you don't have the chops.
I don't have
to
the
rate
chops.
horror movies.
I understand. I
He got
understand.
scared. He's full of shit.
Oh, I definitely
the-
had me frightened.
This is interesting. Can
What
I
did I give
ask a
Halloween?
question? Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go for it.
What's the point of a horror movie? Is it just to scare you, or do
Yeah.
you want a good movie?
Both.
Again, good movie, but
Oh,
I also want to be
thought-provoking.
pissing my
That's
pants.
tough.
You want a lot of action.
It is.
That's
You
so
want-
tough.
It is
tough.
different things.
No,
Very
I've
tough.
thought about this a lot. You want a lot of action. You want a lot of entertainment, and some horror movies that are well reviewed don't really provide that. Like for example, the first Halloween. It's long. It's dragged out.
It was 1970.
You want a lot of entertainment though. You want the
We've
scare.
definitely.
You want the scariness. You
brought
want
up
the
the
story.
standard.
You want the film quality, but you want the entertainment consistently. It's like that. It's like an action movie, but scary. And I think VHS does that perfectly.
think-
VHS 1, VHS 2 in particular.
Okay.
Take a shot.
Let
Let
me-
All right, I have a thing. I think, and I don't know. I'm not very well versed in this genre with the whole point of the show. But I think a horror movie can accomplish a number of different goals. It can be solely just to scare you. It can be thought provoking. It can be trying to prove a point about something or change your mind about kind of a generally accepted concept.
Like what?
But I think
give me an example.
Get Out. Like, let's go Get Out.
Get Out. Okay.
Not
Get
a
Out
horror.
is kind of a
Get Out
horror
This is
movie.
absolutely
Get Out
the best
uses
example.
Kind of a
things.
horror movie. Get Out, not a great example.
No,
Because
it
that's
was
just
billed
a
as a
film.
horror movie.
It
dude.
was not.
It was.
It wasn't.
It was
It
before it
wasn't.
got all the Oscar buzz. It was billed as a horror movie. It was. I 100% is.
So what you're saying? You're looking for horror.
I think it can prove a number of different things.
you're looking. Well, like, you're looking to be spooked. Obviously, like you're
A little
coming in.
bit.
You're like,
I think I like horror more when it's talking about something.
when it's actually trying to
That's
get
just
to a
how I
point.
like
Yeah.
movies, when
Like
they're
if
talking about
okay,
something.
did you see the new Fahrenheit 451 movie?
No, I did not. 'Cause
Okay.
I heard it was terrible. And I was very
It
sad.
wasn't great. But let me say, if that movie came out
Yeah.
without a book that
Yeah.
had come out previously,
Yeah.
I think it would have accomplished all the goals you're looking for.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
I
that.
mean, it's not a horror movie per se,
I like all the actors in it,
but
and I like that
Keeps
book a lot.
it accomplishes something like societally. You know what I mean?
Pissing in a cup.
Well, you can't hear that on the mic at all. It's
100% hear that.
okay. Clockwork Orange isn't a horror
Oh my
movie. I'm
God,
trying to
my
think of
phone's
something that
covered in
accomplishes
vodka.
like a
Orange is
philosophical
kind
goal.
of.
It's not a
social
horror
logic.
movie.
That's a
That's
horror movie.
That's not a horror.
Tucker
Clockwork
and Dale
Orange.
versus Evil.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my god.
You're trying to think of a movie that accomplishes a goal. Think of
I'm
another
trying to
one.
think of a movie that accomplishes a goal and is like a legitimate horror movie.
Tucker
Shining.
and Dale versus
Psycho?
Evil.
Shining.
Just because
The
Tucker
Shining.
and
The
Dale
Shining's a
versus
great
Evil.
example. I mean, I consider that a psychological thriller, but apparently people think it's a horror.
I
movie.
think it borders
Because of
into
the
horror.
two little girls.
I agree with you. It's mostly
just 'cause of the-
psychological.
just because of the
thriller.
delusions. Yeah, you might think of that.
Also, he tries to kill his family.
Okay,
And I
I
think
need
that's
to
an
pee.
important thing.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go do that. You guys keep talking about
Really?
horror movies. Okay. So what I want to talk about, like actually, with you, the guy who hasn't seen a lot of horror movies.
Yes, as you point to me on a.
I'm just. I'm
We're going to
obviously-
talk about-
Obviously, you know.
All right.
Fine. Go to
Bye,
Taco
Matt.
Bell.
Okay, bye y'all. It was a
I'll
pleasure
close it out.
talking.
We'll close
I'm
it out.
knocking everything
We'll close
over.
it out. So what I want to actually talk to you about is when you're going into a horror movie, what are you actually looking for? Are you just
What am
trying
I
to be,
looking for?
Are you let me finish.
Yeah.
Are you just trying to be scared, or are you like viewing it as if you're looking at a piece of art, like when you're looking at a good drama or
Yes.
something?
So that's
Both?
how I view it. I also like. I mean, I don't love being scared. I appreciate the art of being able to make someone scared.
So that's what you're when you're going into it, you're thinking.
Do
If they're
this well.
able to scare me, then they're doing
this
it right.
well. Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
kind
okay.
of been going into these by, and that's why I kind of was disappointed in Halloween because I was like,
This
I was only
scare me.
into this for like 20 minutes. I don't really care about any of these characters.
Yeah.
But this movie made me scared at several points, and I was invested in the character. Like I cared that he didn't live.
Yeah.
I was bummed. I was like, man, I really wanted Ethan Hawke to write his book and figure his life out.
And figure out like.
And
the
it
mystery.
took like 5 minutes of character building. It didn't take the hour that Halloween took.
Yeah. Okay, so
That's also just using Ethan
I guess
Hawke.
I mean obviously you're looking for both a
Obviously,
genuine movie
I
and
think-
something that's gonna scare you, right? But
yeah, I wanted to
I guess
accomplish this goal.
I guess what I'm wondering is how much are you expecting to be scared by these movies? Like how much are you expecting this to actually like while you're watching, be anticipating the next scene with a sense of dread?
I think as we go, I'll get less and less scared of these. Just that's how things.
It's not
work.
even really like you're not scared.
No, I'm not scared. It's just
'Cause you're
I
not
was
a
an
child.
anxious feeling.
Yeah, it's like a ooh, I don't want to see the next scene. Something
Or like
might
if
happen
something
that'll
really
make me
terrible goes on the
uncomfortable.
screen, I'm gonna be like, why?
Like, why are you putting that
Why
on?
are you putting it? Because like Ben was playing the VHS 2 trailer, and I was just like, there was something on the screen of like someone was bloody or something, and I was just like, why?
Oh, have you seen Saw?
No, I haven't.
We're
seen
gonna do Saw. That's gonna make you very sad. But
Okay, I can be made squeamish.
yeah, that's a squeamish one. So what I'm
But
what
I can
I'm
get
trying to
over it
get at,
very
what I'm trying to
easily.
get at is like when I've talked to film people, like I've known a couple of people who majored in film at VCU and other schools, VCU and some school in New York. I don't remember the name. It's close to Syracuse. It's maybe 45 minutes from Syracuse. It's a small school.
Okay.
But when I've talked to them about film, they're like, when you're actually viewing a culture, right?
Yeah.
They think that the best way of looking at what a culture is by looking at their horror movies.
I've heard that too.
Yeah.
I've heard that too. I've heard it's the best window into culture.
Yeah. I don't
Which is
know.
interesting.
I don't know.
understand that at all.
Like you're thinking by knowing what these people are afraid of, you can get your best look into what their genuine feelings are as a culture.
Maybe.
So
That can be something we explore on this podcast.
So the recent movies that have come out.
And Get Out's a big one on that.
Yeah, racism.
Culturally, yes. Because it's Get Out.
The Nun.
But
Like,
I
okay,
think,
but that strikes a nerve, though. Honestly, honestly, people are scared about their
nuns.
not nuns,
Oh.
not nuns specifically, but it's a religion thing.
And
And if
there are
it-
a lot of religious ideology.
And the
uses.
Purge being as big as it is,
The Purge is
That's
huge
interesting.
now. But
That's
it got really
interesting.
political.
what?
Apparently,
It got really political. I didn't see election day. I didn't see election day, but I heard it got really political. But it's interesting to see that like what people are afraid of. I don't even know if people are really afraid of the Purge, and that's the
No, I
part
don't
where I'm
think
trying to
people are.
where I'm trying to like understand when people are going into a horror movie if they're looking for a genuinely like entertaining movie,
Well, there's
or
a-
if they want to be freaked out.
Well, I think there are some people that want to be freaked out. There's like a feeling of adrenaline with that. I think there's chemicals released.
There's
in
a
your
reward
brain.
system
Yeah.
for like and that's something that's super interesting. There's studies when you're looking at a phone and like you're playing a random phone game or
Yeah.
whatever, and there's like all those colors and they're throwing them at you at the same time, like Candy Crush or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a similar neural circuit to a kid seeing a tiger,
Interesting.
and this is a kid that's never seen a tiger before,
Interesting.
right?
Yeah.
Like it's a random kid in the U.S. Like there's something ingrained in us when those bright colors show up, or those like flashes of a random color show up. Like you get an adrenaline rush because that's what's ingrained in us biologically to be afraid of. Not afraid of, but like that's supposed to wake you up. It's like, oh, something's happening.
Yeah.
So when you're in a horror movie, you get that jump scare, you get that random thing that comes out of nowhere. That gives you a burst of some chemical. I don't know what it is because I'm not a nerd, but but it gives you that, right?
Okay.
So and then the overall cultural thing within that is what is giving us those urges or those responses at this time.
Yeah.
And if it's the Purge, I think that's interesting, not only politically but societally.
Yeah.
For the U.S., I mean, they're U.S.-based movies. I don't know how popular the Purge is in Europe or whatever.
I don't know at all.
Probably not at all.
We could look that up.
Probably
next
not at
time.
all.
We should corner this talk.
But it's
Make
interesting.
sure we bring this up.
It's
The
interesting.
idea that the best way to look at a culture is their horror movies is a really fascinating.
It's a thing I've heard from multiple people.
I'm with you.
Multiple people who are really into film have told me
Yeah.
that. Like, this is the honesty of a culture. It's like,
Yeah.
this is what they're afraid of. And that's interesting.
That is interesting. I don't know if I would agree upon my cases, but I also haven't seen anything. It would be really cool is if we can see some other countries' horror movies.
Yeah.
We're not really big. I mean, I like.
I've never
horror.
seen a horror. I've never seen a foreign. I have seen a foreign horror movie. I saw a French one once. That was
know.
about, that
Train
was
to
about,
Busan is supposed to be really good. I think that's
the
a
one I
Korean
saw
movie.
was about some girl who went to a college and like everyone there was a vampire or something, and they
Oh,
were like
God.
they were like all fucking each other because it was a French movie, and then they like started eating each other. I don't know what was going on. It was weird,
Okay.
but
I think you have to play off societal truths.
I don't know
Societal
if it's truths.
standards.
Societal fears is what you're going for, right? With horror.
But I feel like I don't know if everyone would be saying, "Hey, this is what a culture is based on." If it was just fears, like a society. I mean, maybe it is.
I mean, they're not saying that's
I
what
don't
it's
think
based
society's
on.
is
They're
all
not
its
saying that's
fears.
what it's based on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that that's their point.
Yeah, I'd like to do some more research into that.
Okay, so
Definitely
the
keep
original
bringing
Purge
it
is
up.
2013.
Yeah.
All right, 2013. Politically, what's
Pretty
going on?
Had the Senate turned over yet?
2013? I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't think it had yet.
But you're in the middle of a Democratic presidency,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like it's ending in 2016,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, we don't know.
I'd have
that
to go
yet.
back and see.
But there's
Purge to
there's
remember.
something going on where it's like we're worried about
The first Purge wasn't. that
No,
political.
no. Holy shit. 2013, were we just starting to get freaked out about like mass shootings?
We've been freaked out about it since
Columbine. Oh, we haven't been that freaked out since Columbine.
No,
Columbine,
we have. Columbine was huge, man.
but
We were barely a thing, and we both know deeply about Columbine.
yeah, true.
Like how old? When was Columbine? I don't know the exact
I
year.
agree neither.
I think it was the late '90s. No.
I don't know. I'm checking the thing.
But yeah, no, I don't. The Purge, I don't think at its first step, I don't think it was meant to be that political. And then I think they realized what they had on their hands, and they stepped a little bit further with 2.
Columbine was 99. Holy shit, this has been going on for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to get political.
No, let's
But,
steer away a little bit. But 1 is not that political. 1's just a family in its house.
What?
It's just
Purge?
Purge 1 is
It's
just Ethan Hawke
kind
in
of.
the house.
But it's kind of it's a thought experiment.
No, it's a thought experiment completely.
On a
It's
lot
like,
of levels.
Would society kill each other
And there's
if we
something
gave
that
them
I
the
heard
chance?
about this like recently, where it was similar to the Purge idea, and I don't know if it was the Romans or some culture had something where it was like, for this night.
Well, you can do whatever.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that at all. I'm
What?
I'm talking out of my ass because I couldn't remember what I was actually thinking of.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
that's what that. If you want to know that I was talking out of my ass because I couldn't remember what I was thinking about, I was like, I'll say Rome and people will think I'm smart. But Burning Man.
What about Burning Man?
Burning Man is people who've decided that for a week out of the year, we're gonna go into the desert, away from civilization, and we're gonna live out our primal desires. We're gonna dance naked. We're gonna do weird drugs, and we're gonna listen to the music we like, and that's what it is,
Yeah.
right? And for some reason they think that this helps them in the rest of
Weird
their
because
life.
it's become a
It's become a cultural thing.
cultural
It's
thing, but it's
worked.
also become a capitalistic thing.
Well,
Of,
yeah,
like,
now that
it's
they're
now
selling
we have
tickets
to
and all
sell
that
tickets
bullshit.
and
But whatever, I don't want to talk about that.
Whatever.
But like the original idea of what Burning Man was is it's purgish.
It
It's
is
not
purgish.
purge in the sense that like we're gonna go murder people.
Yeah.
But it's purgish in the sense that
We
like
will do whatever we want.
Yeah.
You can't restrict us, kind of.
yeah, like we're gonna live our lives.
Cops
We're
aren't coming out in the middle
We're
of
gonna, it's
it.
hedonistic, right? And that's what the purge is. It's a night of hedonism.
Yes.
So what do you, when you see a horror movie and you want to see
Yeah.
what the culture is, I think that The Purge is a solid representation of what our culture is right now.
Yeah.
We've divorced from hedonism
Mm-hmm.
in a level that there's very little hedonism in our culture other than the
Yeah.
holidays. Like even our holidays have a divorced connection from hedonism,
Yeah.
right? Like Easter and
We've
Christmas
associated
and
them
all
with
this
something
stuff.
else.
Like we've all replaced the actual hedonistic
Those are
aspect of the
things.
astrological or whatever aspect of each of these holidays with something
With a
that's
religious thing.
religious. So
Yeah.
it gives us a level
Real
of
quick,
separation.
Real quick, this is really on topic, but something you said made me laugh about it. Sophomore year, I think the Purge had just come out.
Sophomore year of high school.
Sophomore year of high school, Purge is like a year old or something, and we were in like a government class, and we were supposed to design our own government. In my group, I was really against this because I hadn't seen the Purge yet, but like they were like, no, we're doing the Purge government, and our teacher failed us.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So we
I
had
don't
to redo the
think-
assignment.
Like, there are legitimate ideas in there.
Oh
Like
yeah,
that- and that's interesting to me because
let's
we
go
are.
watch them. Put them
so
high
the-
on the list.
What?
They're interesting sociological ones.
So it's
put
an
'em high on the
interesting
list.
sociological thing, and that's what's weird to me. So, if
Weird
it's
platform to do that on.
holy hell, let me search something.
Oh, what are you searching? He's not gonna say because he doesn't want to sound stupid.
No, I might in a second.
He's got the power of Google at his
I
fingertips.
might in a second. Holy hell!
which is your
holy
prerogative.
hell
That's so unfair that you have Google.
that I have a laptop in front of me.
Yeah. I'm mad.
I mean, I'm just saying that, like, when you're looking at something like The Purge, and we're in it, we're in this cultural scope, right?
Mhm.
That we don't fully understand what's going on at the point. Like we think that the reason this movie came out is because people wanted a random horror movie, and it worked, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if there's something going on sociologically that would prompt this, and that's when the film people were talking about, like, the best way to look at a culture is through their horror.
I think it's the best way to look at culture in the past. I think it's hard to judge culture through film at its present. Maybe that's a dumb statement, but I'm thinking of Halloween and, like, what could you garner about society at that time? And it was so much more of a small town, like pre-internet, like things like haunted houses. I mean, I'm sure kids. I never really had haunted houses in my neighborhood ever. I don't know if you ever did, but like the creepy like men, milk carton kids kind of society.
Okay. Yeah.
I think is kind of what it harkens to a little bit.
Halloween.
Halloween.
Like that. I don't think it's hearkening because that's the
No, but it shows you like kind of the mind like.
Oh,
like
if you're viewing it sociologically.
Sociologically, from now into '78, right?
Yeah.
You can get a little bit of what life was like in '78.
Okay. So, what I want to do now is go to 2012.
Yeah.
It's
What were we
2012.
fair in 2012?
It's
Oh, the world
2012.
was ending in 2012.
It's 2012, and we're watching Sinister. What
Yeah.
does Sinister tell us about the culture of 2012?
I think there's something in the true crime, the fact that he's a true crime novelist. I think it's in our infatuation with the bizarre and the horrible.
Yeah.
Think about how many times you see awful things on your Twitter or whatever social media you
2012 was.
Social media was a thing.
It was a thing.
It was starting. Facebook was a thing for sure.
Yeah, well, Facebook.
Twitter, I don't
was a
think had
thing.
started.
Facebook.
in
Twitter may have
was
started in
today.
2012, but I don't know if it's a true. It's not a true crime movie though.
No, it's not a true
It's
crime
a
movie at all,
demonic
but
thing.
like it shows.
It's a child fear thing.
I don't think that's what it is at all. I don't think it's ever the main. I don't think the main thing shows you anything societally. I don't think the what is it? The bagoon?
The Bagul.
The bagool. I don't think the bagool is gonna say anything societally. Actually, now that I say
A little
that,
bit.
I'm thinking
a little bit.
Yeah.
Holy hell! Hang on.
Kind of our kids.
So 2012. When did the? Oh no, that's not a good segue.
I wanted to know what that was. That
You
damn
want to
movie
know?
was a little weird.
You want to
Just
know?
say it, and if
Okay, the
it's not cool,
Catholic
we'll cut it
priest
out.
scandal is what I was
Oh,
thinking
okay.
of.
All right. Yeah.
When did that happen?
That's what you can say that on this.
Was that
podcast.
2012?
Yo, we're not okay with.
Well, I mean,
priests
obviously
raping
we're
kids.
not. That's
gonna-
not the
we're gonna
point.
be really
That's not
upfront
what
with
I'm
that,
fucking
man.
talking about. I'm just talking about. Like,
All
when
right.
did that break? Like, when did we start thinking of something corrupting a child
corrupting child
being a danger to a family? Because that's the
Oh,
plot.
that's cool.
That's the plot,
Mm.
right?
Yeah. This is so much better than the beginning of the podcast. I might just put it out this part.
So, So when we're looking at Sinister as 2012, like as a cultural examination.
Look up when the Boston Globe scandal broke.
Okay.
Because that's... I think it says something about that, but I also do think there is a element of we're chasing the next awful thing. Because like as much as we're all horrified about it, I think we're...
What do you mean? What do you mean? Like you think that him being a true crime writer was a genuine part of the movie? Like that was actually important?
I think it was. In a smaller sense. I mean,
I
it
can't
informs
find the
his
Boston
character.
Globe scandal.
What? Just look it up on
Year.
Wikipedia. When did the
Catholic,
article break?
Blah blah blah. The Boston Globe, Pulitzer.
Look it up on Wikipedia.
All of these are
Greatest
2018
researching.
articles because people are still writing. 2002.
2002.
2002. Wrongdoings in the Catholic Church. Are you talking about Spotlight?
I'm talking about Spotlight.
Spotlight's 2002.
Wow.
Yeah, it was early.
That is early.
That's early, right? But. Good Lord. Yeah, 2002. This has been going on for 16 years. Get it together.
Even longer than that. It was generational.
I mean, obviously it's been going on since then, since before then. That's the first time anyone said anything.
I don't think it's the first time.
Jesus
but, like,
fucking Christ!
at
Well,
that
it doesn't
scale,
matter.
at
It
that
doesn't
scale.
matter.
Yeah.
You guys are ridiculous. But
All right, we're gonna edit this out.
I'm not cutting that. Catholicism, get it together. Stop raping kids.
Okay.
That should be in the podcast 100%. Okay.
Okay.
Whatever.
All right.
But we're back. 2012. What was happening in 2012? Like genuinely.
Genuinely, what was happening in 2012?
2012. Everyone thought the world was gonna end.
Everyone. That's what I remember.
That's
from
like that's
2012.
when
I
you
graduated
Google 2012.
8th grade in
that's what happened.
2012.
Okay. So everyone thought the world was gonna end.
I don't think there's any relation.
There's nothing in that movie
No.
with that. So like when you're looking at it,
But that was 2012. Didn't the movie come out called 2012?
yeah, there was a
What
movie.
the
That's
other
the
one?
first thing that comes up when you search 2012.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interestingly, Time Wave 0 has a 2012 date.
Yeah, that's
whatever.
funny.
So
We're back.
It's still happening.
Yeah, we're still.
yeah,
going.
we're still going, but we're trying to figure out.
It's much more
We're talking
interesting.
about cultural.
What was happening in culture 2012?
Yeah, like culturally, what's going on in
Coney.
2012? Who?
Coney,
Coney.
African warlord, the big movie.
Oh my god.
No, okay.
Talk about
2011.
America.
I feel like
2012.
2011 is actually the year you would search.
Yeah. Big cultural events in 2011.
Why?
Because
We're talking about the idea of horror movies being a window into the culture of the time.
And what horror movie are you looking at?
We're looking at the one we
that's
watched.
Sinister. Yeah.
Because we were talking about Halloween and kind of peeks into the creepy guys in neighborhoods, the haunted houses era of Americana.
Sure.
For like, and milk box kids, I think is what they said. Even though I don't even know when milk box kids started. I want to say that was the 70s, but it might have been later.
Okay, 2011. What are we looking for? Like honestly, there's not a lot.
I don't know.
I mean, Bin Laden got killed. Hell yeah, America.
That was 2011.
That was 2011. We
So
got him.
long ago.
We got that motherfucker.
Feels like yesterday.
I was in middle school, right? Yeah, we were in middle
Yeah.
school. I remember that shit. That was cool. Fuck that kid.
Zero Dark 30.
Zero Dark 30 was a good movie.
Yeah.
That was a good
See,
movie.
one of those movies, they get bad reviews. Politics.
Politics.
Everyone's
That
always...
Zero Dark 30 got nominated for an Oscar.
Sure.
Well, yeah, just because, like, ooh, we got him.
No.
Whatever.
It got really mixed.
It was a
reviews.
good
All right,
movie.
we can't. The point is, we can't think of anything
No.
like that we can connect 2012 and Sinister to in our
But
culture, other than
the-
me, other than the
outside forces corrupting children and that kind of
outside
ruining
forces corrupting
families.
children, I'm gonna go
Obama being
beyond.
elected.
Go internet. Go beyond priests. Go internet corrupting children, and like kind of just ruining families because like the amount of
So
families
as far
I've
as
seen
the
ruined
theme
by
of the
internet is
actual
insane.
movie goes,
Yes.
right?
Go for it.
The pursuit of a career,
Ooh.
right? Like he's pursuing his
what
career
killed him.
more than he's pursuing the family life.
Yeah, that's a valid thing.
That's a valid thing.
Is
Like it's a
people making kids going down or something?
making kids subsequently
Has
to their
decreased.
career, right?
Yeah.
And then the dudes going off into
People are
his
having
town.
kids older and older now.
and then the family's not the point until the family becomes the entire point where they're the ones that's gonna kill him,
Yeah.
right? So if that's a thing, like
His
people
negligence.
focusing on the career thing more than anything,
Maybe.
the loss of family values
Yeah.
make America great again. But joke, 100% joke.
100% joke.
But if that's what it is,
Interesting.
like then that is an insight into the culture in a way.
In a way, yeah. No,
Right?
there's definitely several things you can pull if you look for them.
But if
A
you're
lot of people don't. Here's the thing.
that's a large portion of the movie though. Is
I-
him and his family
Yeah.
struggle where it's like they don't want him to.
Yeah.
That's the first half of the movie, is they don't want to be there. Like the daughter's always talking about like we shouldn't have left
We
where we
shouldn't
were
have
living
left our
before.
house, yeah.
The wife's like, I don't.
Isn't it weird
want to
that
be here.
I
and
was-
they find out that this is the place, and it's all related to the true crime thing.
Just a comment on watching feelings while I was watching the movie was just like, as soon as they get back and the daughter is the one trying to kill him, I was like, God damn it, girl! What you call it? He moved back for you. And
Yeah.
So I was like, so
Well,
that's where I thought maybe it would break the
You
spell.
thought
a little bit.
you thought she was gonna break it.
I
It was,
thought she was.
he
gonna
was
break
never
it.
making it out of that
Oh,
movie.
I was so mad.
He was never making it out
And
of
the
that
whole
movie.
movie was about him. This may be one of the first movies. That's not true at all.
That's not true. Kind of. Get the fuck out of here.
All right, it's the first movie in a while I have seen where, like,
The
there is
protagonist.
no hope at the end.
Yeah.
The villain is not.
Okay. What's
vanquished
your
at
What's your
all.
favorite movie where there's no hope at the end?
I don't know.
Perfect Storm.
I don't think I've seen Perfect Storm.
Really? Yeah, it's really good.
What's I'm gonna say a joke answer just to clear. I hate this movie, but Rogue One.
That's not even. There was no hope at the end. There was no hope at the fucking beginning.
There was no. The whole point is there is hope at the end.
There was no hope at the beginning.
The new hope spawns out of it.
Yeah, but
All the
okay.
characters
There
die.
was hope if you extrapolate past the characters
Yeah,
that you've been
past the
watching for
characters
the
we've
last
watched
hour and
2
45
hours.
minutes.
Yeah.
Fuck them. No,
Let's
a
kill
lot
all
of
them.
a lot of them died to
Yeah.
get us this information.
All of them died. Many Bothans.
Many Bothans. That's Empire though.
That's
That's
Empire.
not
Have
even.
you heard the theory? All right, real quick.
Are they gonna
Star
make
Wars.
one of those? I will
No.
literally never watch. I will never watch a Star Wars movie based on the Bothans that stole that information.
Have you
It's not
heard?
gonna
There's
happen.
a theory. And this is a really small theory. It's not like a real Star Wars theory, but that when she says many Bothans, that it's actually just one person, and it's Manny Bothans.
Many Bothans.
Manny
died
Bothans died to get us
to
this
get us
information.
this information. Holy fuck.
Isn't that great?
Okay, well, I mean, other than the cultural thing, just to go into it,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the family structure thing, like his family's
No, for sure.
decaying, like that's maybe a 2012 thing.
That is definitely a current thing.
It's a very 2012 thing. I mean, the current thing is The Nun, apparently. I haven't seen it. I don't fucking know what happens in that
I'm
movie.
gonna watch The Nun.
But yeah, so that's where we're at.
Yeah.
You want to wrap this up?
We're gonna wrap this up. We've been going for a while. We brought up a lot of things in this episode that
been an
we're
hour and a
gonna
half.
bring up again.
Yeah.
We're gonna cut a lot of that hour and a half.
Yeah.
There every VHS reference.
Every VHS reference.
That might be the next episode, just so we can get Ben to shut up about it. If you, a couple things. If you're actually watching this and you know anything about horror, or listening to this and you know anything about horror, let us know if you guys know any other countries' horror films. We operate in America.
I watched a French one.
Yeah, but
And it was
I'd be
trash.
Really, I'd be really
Straight
interested
up,
to
it was
see
trash.
good foreign films in the horror genre. Just for future reference, if anyone has those. Also, give us your thoughts on Sinister if you watched it. with
Yeah,
us.
I mean, if you thought it was better than we reviewed it, what did you
Yeah.
give it? You gave it a 6 out of 10 as a horror movie? Or
Nah, it might be a 7.
It's a 7. That's what I said at
What?
the beginning. It's a 7 out of
If I
maybe
gave
I said
Halloween
8.
a
I don't
6,
know what I'm talking
If
about.
I gave Halloween a 6, this is a 7. But if I gave it
You
Halloween,
gave Halloween a 6. You've never seen horror movies. You don't get to. You don't get to rate this.
I think what we're gonna go for in future is we're gonna rank the movies we've watched on here. So as for now, as of episode 2,
Halloween not as
Halloween is below Sinister, and so next
good.
time
Can you
we'll put
remove
something.
we're gonna keep going. I'm sorry.
We'll put something on the list.
Can you remove the timeline bias, like the time bias, like this movie obviously had more at its disposal than Halloween did.
What do you mean by that?
Effects.
Effects wise. Oh, for sure. I don't think it was even kind of that. The effects of this
You
movie.
think that it was just the plot?
Oh, it was
better?
just completely the plot. I just did not. The
You need to
acting
watch.
of Halloween was
Okay.
just
Let me.
terrible.
Like this isn't gonna be a podcast, but like tomorrow, when are you doing stuff?
Oh, I don't know.
Are you spared? Because can we watch the Rob Zombie version of Halloween just to like fucking show you how great that movie could have been if it was
we'll
made
do
in
that as an episode.
2007?
Man. We'll do that as an
'Cause
episode.
it was amazing.
Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. Don't worry about it.
All right.
We'll keep doing these.
All right, guys.
All right. Thank you for listening. You freaking psychopaths.
Why are you listening?
If you
to
don't know us and you're listening to this, please let us know. Like, if you know us, like, obviously we made you watch this or listen to this. But if you don't know us, please let us know who you are.
And why the hell you're doing this as a human being?
And let us know how
What
we're
the fuck
doing
are you as
and
a person?
what you guys would like to hear.
Yeah,
'cause,
what would
like,
you
we're open
prefer
to
that's better
suggestions.
than this? Because most things.
We like doing this. Like it's a fun. Me and Jacob just do this all the time, and Matt does it to some extent too.
Matt enjoys it.
Matt left for Taco Bell. If
I
you're
just
wondering
like
where
I
he
like
went.
being forced to hear my own voice for a while because I really like listening to myself talk.
Oh yeah, we know. But yeah, no, we do that. We argue with each other and talk about random things all the time. So we can talk about most anything.
I have literally nothing to say on the Rwandan genocide. Like I feel like it's
All
all
right.
said.
On that note,
That shouldn't have been done. Like what do you
no,
want?
it shouldn't have been done. We're against genocides and priests
Most genocides.
raping people. But on those
We
very down
we
notes,
could lose the Canadians.
on those very down notes, this has been Slasher Virgins. Or Slasher Virgin. There's only one
Slasher
of us.
virgin.
I guess
well,
Matt
Matt was a
hadn't seen this
virgin
one.
on that one, but that's not a slasher.
It wasn't a
Whatever,
slasher.
slasher virgin.
There's a lot. We'll try to make a format for this show to keep it from wandering as much as it does. But this is just attempt 2 for us. So cut us some slack. Why are you judging us so hard?
Yeah, please stop. All right,
I'll
thank you
take it over,
guys.
I'll take
Thank
it
you
over.
guys.
But-
Sunporch Productions. Peace.
Peace.